Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday, December 15th. It's day 15 of our COVID Christmas books. I'm Pauline. I run the Scrapbook Room, a mobile and online scrapbook store, and I offer inspiration and friendship in the Scrapbook Playroom, a private Facebook group made for paper crafters just like you. Let's get started. As I prepare today's prompt, it's snowing outside. We've done well without snow. We like to say it shortens the winter, but Christmas without snow? It's not quite the same, is it? Though if you live somewhere warm, I suppose you don't think anything of it. But whether you have snow or not, we are going to have so much fun today. How cheesy is that? By the way, feel free to steal that line for your page title. So is it snowing where you live? Do you have snow on the ground? Do you want snow? How important is snow at Christmas? Have you ever been somewhere warm for Christmas? Did it feel different if you've been used to snowy Christmases? And if you've never had a snowy Christmas, do you think you'd like to? So today I want you to think about snow, or at least about the outdoors. How is it in your neighborhood? Take a photo when you're out on a walk. Look for something Christmassy, pine boughs covered, your decorations lightly covered in snow, or take a photo of the snow falling, or just how things look after a snowfall. If you have an ornament or lights in view on the edge of the photo, all the better. Take a minute to position your camera to get just what you want in the frame. And if you don't like it, take another photo. We tend to forget that we can simply take as many photos as we want now, unlike those days when each photo was another frame on that roll of film. So take pictures until you get what you like. Turn lights on, turn lights off, move higher, move lower, move closer, move farther away. And whether you're scrapbooking, simply adding photos to your book, or doing deep journaling, remember how peaceful the world looks when it's snowing ever so gently. No thoughts of COVID, although news that the first vaccines have arrived in Canada is a good thing, and that might be worth noting in your journal too. Maybe you'll reflect on COVID's impending ending as you look out at the peaceful world today. Peace of mind from the gentleness of the snow, peace of mind from a possible cure for this dreadful illness. It all goes together. So how about it? Go play in the snow, or at least go relax and look at it. And if it's not snowing, you can still relax and reflect. For today's tips, we're going to make snow, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. As I mentioned, today we're making snow, or at least we're trying to simulate snow. So let's go. We'll start off today with my snow page in my mini album. Luckily, I've got a white page here, so this is perfect. I've made a photo mat out of navy. I've put place photo here. You'll notice that I've added score tape to 3 sides. That will allow the top to be open for a pocket for an extra photo mat later. But first I wanted to use this Let It Snow card. If I put it like this, it's going to take up way too much room on my page. So I'm going to cut it in half. And there we go. And we're still a little big. I'm going to trim these edges a bit. I may cut this out of the video just to save boring you with the details. So here's what I've got now. And I noticed that my top is slightly bigger. I'm going to take a smidgen off. Okay, so as we can see, that's going to work. Even though I could put them straight together, I think I'll do the angling just because I like the looks of that a little better. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella is kind of a brush, glitter brush, I guess you could call it. It does come in various colors. The only color you really need is clear, because no matter what color you have, it's going to show through. So what I'm going to do with the Wink of Stella is color in my words. And I'm not worrying too much about going out of the lines. You'll see the ink is flowing through here. Now, while I don't have any of these pens in stock right now, I can certainly get them in the store at www.thescrapbookroom.ca. And if you want to go right to the store, click on shop here. But there you can see how I've added just a bit of glitter. And I'm going to hold that up. Can you see the glitter on there? Perfect. So that will go there. I do have to let that dry for just a minute so my photo mat won't go down. I think I can go ahead and stick that down. The other thing I wanted to do, just add a little more of something. I have this glittery blue tape, which I can't find the end of. Here we are. And there it is. So I am going to add a piece of that to the bottom of my page. I'll trim that up just a bit, and we'll trim it here, tuck it in, and then the photo mat can go just on the edge of it. Once those are dry, I'll add them, and my pocket will be ready to go. And there's my page. Very simple, little glitter added. Other things you can do, and I have a selection here to show you. White acrylic paint or texture paste on the edge of photos. This is a modeling paste, and I'm just, because it's in a tube, I'm going to lightly squeeze up and run the edge of my picture. Hopefully you're seeing that. Again, you're going to have to leave this dry so that it sets. Whoops. And you could do this, as I said, with texture paste, with white acrylic paint. Stay in the range, Pauline. Another way to create the look of snow on your pages is to tear some paper into little snow hills. So I take a piece of paper and I start tearing towards me, going slowly, slowly downhill. As I come down, my next piece, I'll go this way. And we'll tear from here. It doesn't matter if it's uneven. This is all in the look, your hills. And we'll just do two. So if I take my page and set them in, you can see that it gives the impression of mounds of snow. Easy peasy. Give it a try. If you remember chalk from the early days of scrapbooking, scrapbook chalk, I couldn't locate mine, and I really wanted to show you. But if you pull out those old chalks, you can chalk on a page to simulate the look of snow. Here I've done a bit of white ink. On the navy it shows up well, not so well on the pale blue, but you get the idea. You could also do this with some white acrylic paint to smear around and look like a bit of snow on the page. I could do that with my texture paste, and I'm going to be messy and use my finger. And there we have snow. Do a little rounding for the hill. As you can see, works great. Another thing you can do is use stickles, and I do have some of this particular color in stock, frosted lace stickles. Again, you're going to get that icy effect with the glitter. I've got a couple of numbers here with today's date that you'll be able to see. And this is just kind of a glue that will dry and leave the glitter. So as you can see, I'm stuck to it. Again, I'll try hold that up closer so you can see the glitter. This was the white ink that I was using as I showed you on the navy card. And We can also use microfine glitter. With that, I would simply use my Versamark stamp. But basically, this puts a layer to hold the glitter in place. Sprinkle a little. And you can see very glittery, very snowy, shiny snow. So again, I don't have all of these products in stock, but I'm able to get them as I am able to get any scrapbook product you see. This final one I've used, my Perfect Pearls, another product that's been around for a little while, and you may have not this brand, but something similar. It is a dry powder like the microfine glitter, but it also, I'm gonna have dust everywhere here, look at my hand. But this is I've put it in this little squirt bottle and spray, and you'll see you get the glitter effect. Be careful if you're spraying on your scrapbook paper, because this is water-based. It could wrinkle your paper, and if that's a concern to you, you may not like that. Last thing I want to mention is that you can add some white acrylic paint onto a toothbrush, turn it over so the bristles are facing down on your paper. I don't have a toothbrush here, but let's imagine this as the brush. Face it down, run your finger like that on the acrylic paint, and it'll splatter, giving the effect of snow. Now, if you didn't want to steal my cheesy title at the beginning of the video, there are plenty of other titles you could use. Think Let It Snow, Winter Wonderland, Dashing Through the Snow, Frosty. There's lots of titles you can use. And finally, my own page. I do like the idea of creating snow in one of the ways I've showed you. I'd like to skip over this page as I did before because it doesn't really suit the snow. This one is reserved for Santa. And again, I really wanted to go over to here to this snow, but this is my Christmas page with my extra for Christmas pictures. So I'm not sure. I may decide I want to add a couple of more pages in my book. I really am using up more pages than I intended, and I may have to add a couple. As I explained in our process videos for making our journals, adding pages is really easy enough to do. So I'll make a note on my master sheet here about the snow, and I'll think about adding pages. And that's it for today. Go play in the snow, whether it's in your albums or outside with your camera.